Gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we leave it at that?
Holding me back, gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we just leave it at that? It's he has such suggestive lyrics. He kind of says, by the way, this is innuendo for something else, just in case you couldn't catch on. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andy. I don't know why I'm doing my intro like that. Guys, today we are going to do a song called As It Was by Harry Styles. He did a live performance on BBC One Radio, apparently, and today we are going to listen. Before we start, guys, please consider liking and subscribing. If you're coming back here week after week for videos, maybe consider subscribing. It's not a big deal. Doesn't mean we're going steady. We can still subscribe to other people, so I hope you do subscribe, but even if you don't, let's enjoy As It Was together.
Gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we leave it at that? Nothing to say when everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who will stay. Oh, in this world, it's just us.
In this world, it's just us. It's not the same as it was. I mean, definitely danceable. Like, I'm not even a big dancer, but this thing just has you bop in your head, whether you want to or not. And I actually don't mind it. It has that overtly poppy feel, but it doesn't overwhelm me with a bunch of different synth sounds. One thing I really like about the music I've heard from him so far is its instruments. It's a band playing. And I love seeing the keys player and you have that little worry, oh my God, is she gonna mess up, right? It's easy just to put a quick beat into Logic Pro and throw a bunch of like loops on top of each other and call it a beat or call it, a song or something. But like that rhythm is earned, like that consistency, that rhythm through those verses and choruses. I mean, it's not a complex song, it's a very simple song, but you earn that. Actually, what's interesting about Harry Styles? He's an enigma a little bit to me because he has like the bad guy from a movie look, right? Like he's good looking in the way the bad guy from like your favorite college or high school movie is good looking, right? He looks mean. I know he's not mean. I've liked every song we've done of his on here so far, but he has that mean guy look. I'm sorry, Harry Styles fans, he does. He has such like a innocence and kind of adamant innocence in his lyrics. He's like, he places himself in this kind of vulnerable position. He just has a way of kind of almost infantilizing himself a little bit, but he really likes to reveal. He likes to put himself out there. He dresses himself up a little bit in kind of like boyish clothing, maybe trying to play against type a little bit. This song really seems to me to be inspired by a song called Modern Love by David Bowie. They don't sound a lot alike, but there's definitely vibing that's happening between these two songs.
In this world,
Modern Love is an amazing song, and it's an incredible song to be inspired from. So we got the opening here. It's very simple. You could probably play it at home if you wanted to. So I think actually the first chord is D major 7. Second chord is B minor, E, A. Holding me back, gravity's holding me back. I want you to hold out the palm of your hand. Why don't we just leave it at that? It's he has such suggestive lyrics. He kind of says, by the way, this is innuendo for something else. Just in case you couldn't catch on. I'm stuck to the ground. You're above me in a certain way. I want you to hold out your hand and lift me up. I wouldn't have garnered sexual connotations from this if it weren't for why don't we leave it at that. He really seems to like to describe both kind of coital kind of circumstances, but also life circumstances. Very fun, very upbeat, but still very kind of almost remorseful lyrics. Nothing to say, and everything gets in the way. Seems you cannot be replaced, and I'm the one who will stay. Right, and what a sad way to say that. Seems you cannot be replaced. Almost kind of very matter of fact, like he's reading it off a list. Like, oh, apparently you can't be replaced. You know, he's trying to underplay it almost, but we can tell he's not. In this world, it's just us. You know, it's not the same as it was. I kind of get the feeling from this lyric we're trying to recreate something. So now we're back together, but somehow it's not the same as it was. Something's changed. It's like trying to redream a dream or re-experience an amazing kind of impromptu experience, recreate something that was just spontaneous and amazing in the first place. It almost kind of morphs or bastardizes or changes the original experience. So yeah, I like it. I like it so far.
Nobody's coming to help. Your daddy lives by himself. Just wants to know that you're well. Oh, in this world, it's just that. You know it's not the same as it was. In this world, it's just that. You know it's not the same as it was. It's not the same.
Now, I know that he is not the only one hitting that note. Actually, is he hitting that note? Can he get that high? That would blow my mind. I mean, it wouldn't blow my mind that Harry Styles can hit higher notes than me, but if he can hit that note, that's pretty good. Answer the phone. Harry, you're no good alone. Why are you sitting at home on the floor? What kind of pills are you on? First, I love how he rolls on in the third line of the verse. Do 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 boom 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 boom, adding those extra little beats in there. So we're invoking the idea of him being somebody who is addicted to pills or is having issues with pills. Answer the phone, Harry, you're no good alone. Talks about himself kind of in third person here, but he's also invoking this notion of him sitting on the floor on pills, people trying to get to him, people trying to save him, and nobody's coming in to help. Your daddy lives by himself. He just wants to know that you're well. So his father is far away, just wants to know that he's okay, isn't really true interested in the specifics of his daily life. He feels alone. He feels self-destructive when he's by himself. He needs to be with other people. He's coming to terms with his own codependence with relationships in his life, with drugs in his life, possibly with his parents. Often people who have a lot of different addictive problems, eating disorders, drink too much, it turns out they're codependent. Their main problem is that they have a really hard time defining their own sense of happiness. They attach it to others, to other things, rather than allowing it to come from the self.
Go on, get a headlight speeding in it. I don't want to talk about the way that it was. Leave America, 2 kids follow her. I don't want to talk about us doing it first.
Very rad performance. Yes. He's a little bit flat on the bridge. One of the things I love about live performance is that singers are real, people are real. People make mistakes, and you can really see and feel the music. And I really like this performance. I thought he actually did really, really good. Hitting the high harmony at the end without his backup singers coming in like that too. He really is kind of like childlike in a way, and I don't mean that insultingly, but it's like he invokes his childlike self. There's this innocence to it, but there's this poignance to it. I like this song, and I like his vibe. I think he's being honest. Honestly, like I think he is somehow found a way to be honest in pop music, which is really tricky, and few know how to do it. Go home, get ahead, light speed internet. I don't want to talk about the way that it was. This seems like almost kind of contemporary culture commentary, right? I don't want to talk about the way that it was. Leave America, 2 kids follow her. I don't want to talk about who's doing it first. So maybe somebody he was with who had children. Or if he's talking about himself at a certain time, that he's one of the kids following maybe his mother. I don't want to talk about the way that it was, because it was better then. Like it was through rose-colored glasses, but the nostalgia, even like remembering things that are happy, like makes him sad somehow or gives him anxiety. And that's terrible when like a relationship that was good, remembering it is painful or is debilitating in some way. Realizing you can't go home again, you can't rebuild the past, whether it's good or bad. But it has this really fun like part to it, and this really fun upbeat rhythm to it that makes it seem like a totally different song. Anyway, I like the mixture. I like his interesting combining of different flows and vibes here. That's my 2 cents. Anyway, I like this song. I thought this was fun. He is an interesting person to me. Again, I have the issues with him looking like a bad guy from the movies, but he's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. The spitting notwithstanding. I don't want to infuriate Harry Styles' fans out there, but he does seem like he has some unresolved kind of growing up to do. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. He wears his personality on his sleeve. I enjoy him, and I wish him luck in the coming year. What a weird way to sign off. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my channel for more. Please consider liking and subscribing. And until next time, keep playing.